Today, we're going to be showing you how to play NBA 2K Realistic. This is a method that I've used over the past few years, and it's one of my favorite methods to date. If you get anything out of this video, smash that like button. So as you guys know, if you're a regular watcher on the channel, I love playing MyCAREER. I play a lot of MyCAREER series on the channel. We're always filtering in and out of MyCAREER. But a few years ago, VC prices got a bit too tough. So I found this new method, and I've been playing around with NBA 2K25 just to see if it's possible that it could run again. And I've got some good news. This method can work. If you want to go back and see, I had a lot of fun series on NBA 2K's 21, 22, playing my NBA. So much fun. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of MyCAREER and just why it is important to have a feature like this. Now, we always, when we start with the cons, we've got to talk about the VC prices, man. I mean, it's like $180 to max your player out to an 85. To an 85, and then you got to do all the grinding. Some people just don't have time to grind. And we talk about VC. I mean, prices are tough, and yes, you can grind, but this man right here is just throwing VC in the face. But this method here that I'm going to run through, I'm going to basically show you guys. What I normally do is I come over and create a player, so you can do this if you want. You can put your player in the rookie draft, you can put him in the draft, you can just add him to a team. Here gives you the ability to adjust everything you want. You don't have to spend money on a build, you don't have to worry about your build not working. Sometimes in MyCAREER, players get injured. The rosters are always all over the shop after 2-3 seasons. They're just crazy. LeBron James is playing for the Charlotte trash cans, whatever. But it really sometimes frustrates me. I mean, the grind is real, and I respect everyone who does the grind. But have a look at this. You can put accessories on. You don't have to pay. You can put tattoos. I mean, you can have a lot of fun with the creation of your player. Now, what I say to play realistic in this sense, make your player realistic. You don't want to make him a 99 because that is just not going to be realistic. Make him around an 82, 83, so then you can get your attributes up. I'll show you the attributes, progression sliders that I use, but you can create your player. He can be on any team. Now, the great thing about this, which I really like about this method, you can play modern era, you can be realistic, but hey, if you wanted to, you can go back to the previous eras. I mean, you can go all the way back to the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson era and chuck your creative player in here. Now, some people might say, oh my god, why are you playing with a MyCAREER player on My League and My NBA? I mean, it gives you features like this. You can go back and play against Magic Johnson. You can play against Michael Jordan. I mean, that is the whole fun of it. I'm going to show you the sliders that I use as well, because the sliders are probably the most important part of this video. I mean, this is just me showing you guys just how many eras you can play in. You can play in all the eras that NBA 2K offers, which is so good. But also with career, I mean, some people don't have time to grind MyCAREER. So sometimes they just want to jump on, have a little fun. And if you want to go back and play all these old eras, you can with your created My Player. As you guys can see here, I mean, I'm pretty sure I go through the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. And I mean, I had a lot of fun on previous 2Ks playing my NBA. Now, I've got a MyCAREER series that I am going to be playing on MyCAREER. I am going to be grinding, so the grind is seriously going to be real. But for this is for people who just want to have fun and play NBA realistic as a MyCAREER player. So the most important part of this video is coming up. You guys are going to learn my sliders that I use, and you're also going to learn the attribute sliders and how to lock onto a player. Because I know some people might say, hey, I think everyone knows how to do that. But not everyone knows how to lock onto a player and just play like this. So, I mean, it brings a lot of realism into the game. I mean, you can look here. I'm playing in the Steph era at the moment. So, I mean, if you want to play in the Steph era, go crazy. But if you guys want to play realistic, stick around. I'll show you how it's done, how I do my sliders, how I set up the season, and how everything works through there. So, we got to come over here. Like I said, you get to choose between all these eras, which is a nice little add. I mean, any era you want, you can go into. For this video, I'm going to go into the modern era because this is what I've done with my CJ Green series. As you guys know, I've been playing my CJ Green series on my NBA. On the past NBA 2Ks, that is not the case here in NBA 2K25. We go into the modern era. Now, I did have to play around and just see if these sliders actually were on par. and if these sliders actually were up to date with what NBA 2K24 had, because NBA 2K24 had really good sliders for the realistic. So you can pick any team you want to play for. If you want to go into the draft, you can go into the draft and get drafted by a random team. That's on you. You can do that. For me, right now, we're going to play for the Chicago Bulls. So you click on the Chicago Bulls. We go into the main modern era, my career, I would say my NBA start. LeBron James, farewell. Now, we're going to come down to creative players because this is where your creative player is going to be. So if you come down to creative player, there is Dylan Green. We created him in the previous menu. Now, you can copy to a team. Like I said, add him to a draft class, put him in here. Now, I've started him out of 75. So that's something NBA 2K My Career players may actually have. So the good thing is, as well, now you can do this in My Career, but you do need to unlock a few features. You can actually make him a 6-man. If you want to come off the bench, you can actually come off the bench. You don't have to just be a starter and hog all the minutes and have all the minutes, which, I mean, some people might just want to be a bench player. Now, I don't know if you'd really want to be a bench player, but, I mean, there you go. Now, after that's all done, I've made Dylan Green a starter. You come down to options, and now you want to go down to controller settings. So position settings, you can do position lock or you can do player lock. For this, because it's My Career, we are doing player lock. So we're going to find Dylan Green. So for when games start from now on, you will only control Dylan Green. You can only control your career player. So it comes down to creating your player realistically. Don't make your player 99. I mean, if you want to, do it. But these are my sliders. So these are the attribute sliders that you get to choose. I mean, you can adjust these however you want. But now, you may have to launch into attribute sliders twice and load them, as you guys will see here. Once I pick my sliders that I had the best, I would say, progression with, and I really liked. I would say Pop Boy's pretty good, and also I would probably say My NBA Realism is really good by Mr. Beast. That's the one I'm using this year. Now, not a lot changed, like I said, so you're going to have to load that in twice for these to take effect. Now we go to gameplay sliders, and these are the best sliders that I have ever played on. If you guys haven't played on them, you need to play on them. Beyond Pop Boy, I have stuck with him for the past, I would say, four NBAs when I'm playing my NBA. These sliders are so good. Pop Boy All-Star. If you guys want to play on good sliders, get these sliders. It is realistic basketball. Now that you've got your creative player, you can go shoot with him. You can get into I mean, this is where you can create your storyline. This is all about you creating storyline. You're not going to allow NBA 2K to create your storyline. That's one thing you guys will have to do to make this realistic. But you've got realistic sliders, you've got realistic attributes, and now when you go into games, you've got a career player that you can play with. You're locked onto him. You can have some fun. Another great feature which I really like about this is you can tell your teammates to shoot. Now, NBA 2K Career requires you to unlock an ability to do that, but we just told Zach LaVine to shoot. So have some fun with it. Please let me know if you guys get anything from this video. And, like always, stay blessed. I hope you had a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.